This is TaskSpoon, the series where I aim to complete the collection log one random task at a time. After nearly 2 years and over 4,000 hours of gameplay, I'm finally ready to take on RuneScape's endgame as I venture into the elite tier. Welcome to Season 4 of TaskSpoon. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 164 of the TaskSpoon series. In the last video, I did 40 hours of aerial fishing to get the fish sack, where I also got 99 hunter and almost 99 fishing. I then went and did some grotesque guardians, and I finished off by greenlogging the My Notes pages of the collection log. And we ended the video by rolling a task to get a Godwars dungeon unique, which I will talk about right now. Including this one, there are 3 Godwars dungeon tasks left on the spreadsheet, and I've already got all the items from Krill, I've already got all the items from Kree, I've got all the items from Grardor. I'm only missing one item from Zilyana, which is what we will be going to do in this video. I still require a Saradomin's Light, which is a very funny last item to have on a collection log, but the other 2 we will eventually, and by eventually I mean the next time we roll a Godwars dungeon task, we will be going to Nex. I need 2 Nex items to complete the elite tier, which I am not looking forward to, although there are some pretty good upgrades there that might take a while. But fortunately for us, we still have one more at Zilyana, which is what I'm going to be doing right now. Now, in the last video, I briefly talked about the new run change update. There was a big overhaul to the way that the run energy system works and how agility levels affect it. And essentially now you use a lot less run energy, especially at higher agility levels and higher weights, which I will be both of those things while I'm doing this. And specifically, one of the places they named in the blog post about it was Commander Zilyana, saying that they were intending to make it better there. So I'm excited to go and test it out. This is actually really good timing. The update happened yesterday for me. So yeah, very excited to go and see how the new run energy changes actually work there. So I haven't been back to Zilyana in a while, and I don't really remember like what I was doing. Now, I do know the tiles. I remember what to do here, I think. I'm not really sure about the starting tiles, but I'm bringing Ancients this time. In my setup last time, I had Thralls, but I don't think I'll need the DPS as much now that I have Rigor and Divine Pots and everything. So hopefully Ancients will help me sustain a little bit longer now that I'm going to be using a private instance, especially with the new Godwars dungeon changes with infinite items on the ground. Hopefully I can have a pretty long trip. Again, this is a 1 in 256 drop that I'm after, so I might need to kill this boss many, many times. So I'm just going to get in there and get started. Okay, well, that's going to have to be the end of the first trip here. I ended up doing 24 kills in an hour, which isn't bad, but I don't know why these minions take so long to kill. It's like every single kill, I was like stressed trying to kill the minions in time and get over to my spot. Sometimes I didn't even do it. Now, I've gotten a lot better at stacking, like triple stacking, as you saw there, to make sure my barrages are hitting everyone, but I just don't understand why it's so difficult. Okay, I've just been looking through the wiki, trying to figure out why the minions were so hard to kill, just while I'm getting this next KC, and I think I've finally figured it out. So I've discovered 3 main reasons why I think the Zilyana minions take longer to kill. First of all, I don't have a Slayer task, because you can't get a Slayer task, but both of the other Godwars dungeon bosses that I've killed recently, being Krill and Kree, I've had Slayer tasks for, and obviously that helps. Number 2, the minions, for some reason, all 3 minions have a high mage level. So usually with the Godwars dungeon minions, the melee and range minion have 50 mage, and the major has 150 mage. For some reason, for the Saradomin minions, the major has 150, but the other 2 have 80 and 125, so it just makes them a little bit tankier to magic in general. And 3, they actually have more health than the other minions. Most of the other Godwars dungeon bodyguards have like 120 to 140 maybe health, and those 3 all have like 160. So for some reason, the Zilyana bodyguards are just tankier and stronger, and also I remembered I don't have a Slayer task. So what that means is I need to try and find a way to kill them faster. The good news is, even though I might not have been killing the minions very quickly, I was totally fine on like supplies and everything. I didn't use bones to peaches a single time. I had a stack of like 47 bones on the ground by the time I realized that I just didn't need them anymore. So I'm gonna ditch the bones to peaches tablets and bring an imbued heart. So that should help with killing the minions a little bit, at least a little bit more accuracy. And other than that, I'm not even gonna bring my bruise and restore. I'm just gonna bring prayer pots, range pots, and go at it, because honestly, I had so many supplies by the end there, and I wasn't being conservative at all with them. I was just eating and drinking whatever I needed to. So, yeah, luckily, I don't have any more ecumenical keys, but I was able to bank it next, so I can just go right back there. Now, the good news is the run energy changes are amazing. I didn't come close to running out of run energy even a single time, if I even was paying attention, but honestly, I don't even think I really looked, because every time I looked, I was at like 90 plus, even after a kill. So, yeah, that's pretty sick, not gonna lie. Not needing staminas for this kind of thing is awesome. Hey, combat achievement. Not gonna lie, because it was off screen. Oh, I didn't even notice there was a Sarah sword there. It was off screen. I saw the pop-up. I thought for a second I got the item. I saw it was a combat achievement, and I kind of thought, oh, whatever. And then I zoomed out and I'd see it's actually an item, but that's funny. Am I gonna get the combat achievement? Finally, maybe? Hey, there we go. That is the combat achievement for not taking any damage from the bodyguards, which I knew I would get eventually, but it seemed like every time I'd be like one hit away and it would take me like, I just miss like over and over again, and then I'd get hit right before I kill the boss. So very nice to finally get that one. All right, well, there is another successful trip. I think it was 35 kills, which honestly, if I just had more range pots, I could probably pretty easily do the 50 kill in one trip combat achievement, which I think I might just go and bring a bunch of range pots next time, try and get that. Prayer pots are definitely not the issue. As you can see in my inventory, I still have a bunch of those, and I didn't use any of the food that I brought. All three anglers were still on the ground when I ended. So essentially the only thing limiting me is range pots. So I think I'm just going to bring a lot of those next time and try and get that. But yeah, still no item, so we go again. Okay, I saved this clip in the middle of that trip, but I didn't actually have a chance to go back and watch it. I just watched it now. Starlight can teleport now? I don't know what's going on with Starlight's pathing. Just in general, throughout the kills, I'll do the exact same movements, the exact same ticks, the exact same tiles, and Starlight will just path differently. Differently for like kill to kill, and also differently than Zilyana paths. But this time, there's no denying it. He literally just teleports like 3 tiles. Okay, I did go and look it up, and on the wiki, it does say, Starlight has a special mechanic that allows her, I didn't realize it was a female horse, allows her to move randomly while underneath Commander Zilyana, which makes sense why the pathing would be different kill to kill. When they stack, then it might move randomly. Okay, it then also says, this movement can stack with normal pathing to get to the player, which can also result in Starlight effectively running, moving 2 tiles within the same tick, which sort of makes sense, but in the clip, clearly she teleports. So, magic horse, I guess it is a unicorn, so that makes sense, but still. Okay, this is the inventory I'm going to be going with to try and get that combat achievement. It is psychotic if you just look at it, and has very high potential to just fail if I have really bad luck on the first few kills before I get supplies in the ground, but who cares? We'll try it. Hey, another Sarah sword. By the way, a trip update, it's going really well. For a while there, I was a bit concerned because I didn't get any prayer potion drops, but then I got like 3 in a row, so I'm kind of chilling. No way! I got the thing! Let's go! I think I have like 2 more kills until I get my combat achievement, and I got the Sarah No One's Light. This has been incredible. You know, ironically, this combat achievement is named Peach Conjurer, and this is the one time that I didn't bring bones to Peaches, and I got 50 kills, but yeah, there we go. Done that too. But yeah, there we go. We are done with Zilyana. 176 kills. Absolutely spooned log, not gonna lie, but we will take it. And that's it. We're done with the 4 main God Wars dungeon bosses. All the items at Zilyana, all the items at Grardor, obviously not including pets, all the items at Kree, all the items at Krill. The next time we have a God Wars dungeon task, we're gonna have to go to Nex, but that is for future me to deal with. So, in case you don't know, the Saradomin's Light is honestly kind of a meme item. It's pretty useless. You can consume it and it'll make Zamorak's area not dark anymore. You know, if you get closer to the boss room in the Zamorak encampment, your screen starts getting a bit darker. This will just light up the room, and until recently, 2018 is recently in my mind, but until recently, that was its only purpose. Now they have made it so you can actually put the Saradomin's Light on a Staff of the Dead and make it into a Staff of Light, which is exactly what I'm going to do, because I think the Staff of Light is cool. And I don't actually care about Zamorak's room being dark. In fact, I kind of like it, because all the other rooms are way too bright on my eyes, because it's just like a pure white background. So, yeah, Staff of Light. Kind of cool, I guess. Also, fun fact about the Staff of Light that I learned while researching it. It is the only item in the game that counts for multiple gods when in God Wars Dungeon, because it's a Zami item because of the Staff of the Dead requirement, and a Sarah item because it's a Staff of Light. So, I don't know, not that that's useful, but it's kind of cool. I'm actually kind of sad. I didn't get a 4th shard 1, so I can't make a 4th blade, and Nex doesn't drop shards, so I won't be going back to any of the bosses that can drop it anytime soon. So in my bank, it would look so nice to have all 4 god swords right there, but instead, not that I would ever, I never use the Armadillo god sword anyway, so I don't really care, but it would just look so pretty. Anyways, enough with all that, we're moving on, let's go roll a new task. Alright, back on the spreadsheet, we can complete that task, and I was just having a little look through the remaining tasks, and there's so little left to do. Like, I'm so excited, it's been so long, and seeing this number slowly go up and up is so nice, but let's see what we're doing next. Get 1 unique champion scroll. You know, as I was looking through the tasks, this was the one that I was like, I don't really want to do this, but I guess we're doing it right now. In case you were unaware, I have exactly 1 champion scroll left to get my champion's cape, and that is the Earth Warrior champion scroll, which does mean that I have to go and do this in the wilderness, which is the main reason I don't really want to. Not that it's a particularly dangerous area of the wilderness, I just don't like having to completely pay attention to something that's so boring, but fortunately, I do have a lot of cannonballs, so I will be using those, and hopefully it won't take too long. I actually have no idea how many kills per hour I'm going to get, but I'm going to go build a setup, so give me a sec. Okay, so I think this is the plan. I'm going to be relying on the cannon to do most of the damage for me. I got my blowpipe. I don't really know if this is going to use too many scales and darts and things, but I think I'm just going to go with this. I'm basically risking, like, nothing. Once I put my cannon down, my Barrow's Gloves will be saved, and then if I have protect item available, I think I protect a brew over my glory, but, like, I don't care about losing any of this. The only bad part about dying would be losing the cannonballs, but I'm not going to bring too many at a time because it's real quick to go back there anyway, and honestly, I probably shouldn't die because it should be pretty easy to escape. If there are even any PKers, I don't know how often people PK down there, but I'm just going to go and get started. I'm also going to be able to access to the 2,000 or 2,200 total worlds, so hopefully I don't see too many of them. So this tile is going to be my home for a while. As you can see, I put my cannon up here in this room, and it'll just start shooting, and none of the Earth Warriors here will ever come and attack me. They get caught on this rock, and obviously, like they are right here, caught on that rock there, and so I can hit the ones down here and have my cannon attack the ones up there. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to be sitting here, running back and forth, filling up my cannon, and hoping for a 1 in 5,000 drop. Also, in this specific situation, when the Earth Warrior stack 2 here, the cannon is able to hit this back Earth Warrior sometimes. I don't know why. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. In fact, that kind of bothers me. I would love to know why, but yeah, that's another reason to stand specifically here, but yeah, sometimes it'll just shoot down here, which is nice. It'll take care of these ones, sort of. I don't like how they're all sort of grouped up behind this pillar, but that's okay. I'm just going to try my best here. Initially, I was going to use melee for this, just because I didn't want to have to use the supplies. Like I said, the darts and scales are... At this point in the account, I don't really care. I can go and get new scales very easily, but Yeah, it's just something I would go and have to do. But turns out that if you want to use a cannon in single combat, but have it actually hit multiple things, as long as the enemy that you're attacking can't actually hit you, then the cannon will hit multiple enemies, even in single target, if you didn't know. So yeah, this is hitting everything up there. I'm killing everything down here. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. All right, hello and good morning to the gamers. It is the next day. Yesterday, I did about 1,200-ish kills, about a quarter of the way to the drop rate. Took me like 3 hours. I don't really know how many kills per hour I'm getting, but yeah. I had a dream where, I know this is going to sound insane, but I had a dream where I came up with a way to get more kills per hour here at Earth Warriors by having 9 accounts stand around me in a square around my cannon so that I could still shoot and reload the cannon without being in single combat. But standing over here so all the Earth Warriors would get dragged towards me. And I don't know if that would actually work, or where I would find 8 other people, because I have an account myself, but 8 other accounts to get to use that. But if I can, that would be hilarious. Anyways, just going to continue here, you know, the normal way by myself, because I don't have that. But also, I got a count check random event, which is why I have a lamp in my inventory. And I realized that this is the first XP lamp I'm getting since I maxed prayer. And I don't really know what to put it on. I guess I'm putting it on like agility or rune crafting, because those are the 2 skills I actively dislike compared to like fishing and smithing. But yeah, it's kind of funny. My options are getting very limited on the XP lamps. Okay, small change. I swapped off the blowpipe. It was just eating through too many scales, and I did the math on, even if I just have average luck, how many scales I would use to finish this task, and I determined it wasn't worth it. So instead, I got the Bofa, I got a bit of crystal armor, still not really risking anything. I think with protect item, the only thing I lose is like Barrow's gloves, but I can just buy those back. So yeah, gonna be rocking with this. Honestly, one of the main things is this Earth Warrior, for some reason, the aggro range ends literally 1 tile not far enough, and so when you attack it, it tries to run away. And so with the Bofa, I won't get dragged out of my spot anymore, which doesn't really matter, but it's kind of nice. In the past, these champion scroll tasks generally have been okay. Usually they're pretty AFK, and sometimes you can get some decent drops, and usually you're not in the wilderness, but I'm finding right now, 1, it's not very AFK because the cannon is over here. I'm doing my own thing, trying to manage these 4 over here. There's not very many good drops. Sure, there's some Renar and Snapdragon seeds I'm picking up, but other than that, I'm leaving pretty much everything. It's in the wilderness, so I have to constantly be paying attention in case people log in to try and kill me, which fortunately has only happened 1 time so far, but it's just sort of the worst of all worlds, and it makes sense why I left this for last, because this is by far the worst one of these I've had to do so far. But I'm just hoping we get lucky. I want to finish this as quick as possible. I'm coming up on 2,000 KC here, so not even half the drop rate yet, but hopefully we get lucky. Hey guys, just a reminder, if you are enjoying the video so far, maybe check if you're subscribed. Over 50% of the people that watch my videos aren't even subscribed, and it takes like 2 seconds, and it makes the number go up, which makes me feel better. So you should do it. It's free. It's super easy. You just click it. Thank you. Let's go! Man, that is a good one to get out of the way. That was kill number 2,331. So about half the drop rate, which I'm not gonna lie, I've been getting very lucky on a lot of tasks recently, especially these champion scroll tasks. And I am not complaining whatsoever, because we are done. Man, that looks so good, and it's gonna look even better. Give me 1 sec. So the first thing we got to do is kill the Earth Warrior champion, who the only stipulation is you are not allowed to use prayer, but honestly, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Yep, that seems about right. And now that we've killed all 10 champions, we have access to the Leon Decour fight, whose only stipulation is you're not allowed anything in your inventory, which is why I didn't bring anything when I came here. But you are allowed prayer, so this, again, should be no problem. Wow, very difficult. And there we go, Champions Scape, look at it. Oh, it looks so good. So there it is, all 10 champions killed plus the Champions Cape. Now this cape is actually like a surprisingly big flex. This is one of the more rare items in the game, just because if you think about how much goes into getting this, having to get a 1 in 5,000 drop from 10 different enemies, honestly, it's not necessarily that difficult, but more so that most people just haven't spent the time doing it because the cape itself doesn't have any stats, unfortunately. It is a massive flex in terms of cosmetics, but yeah. I do really hope, as people are saying in the clan chat right now, I really hope one day they make a max cape, champion max cape variant, because I think that would be one of the biggest flexes in the game. Having to get a champion's cape and have a maxed account would be sick. For now, for me, this is it, and we can move on. This is, I don't know why, I feel so cool having this on my back. Anyways, another task done. We are moving on. Let's go over to the spreadsheet and see what we're doing next. All right, here we go. Back on the spreadsheet. Complete the task. And let's see what we're doing next. It feels weird knowing, like, all of the tasks that I have left. But that being said, I don't really have anything in mind. So let's just see what we're doing. Get 5 new uniques from medium clues. Okay. Alright, so medium clues. This is going to be the second to last medium clue task on the elite tier. I already have one of the 5 that we need, so we only actually need 4 uniques. I was opening my medium clues trying to get master clues on a previous task, so yeah, we already have 1, just need 4, but those 4 could take a while. When you have this many slots already, getting new ones can be a bit slow, but I have 1 medium casket. Yeah. Alright, so what this means is I'm going to need a lot of medium clues, and as you may have guessed, the fastest way to get medium clues is eclectic implinks, so that is what I'm going to be doing. It's kind of boring, and honestly, I don't really like Puro that much, but it's just so quick. I mean, like, how could you argue with that? It's so quick, there's no real other viable option, so yeah, I'm going to go stack up some caskets, and I'll see you in a bit. Kind of hard to explain, but like every task I do right now just has this weird feeling of completion. Like all of these tasks, like the God Wars Dungeon tasks, where I've done so many of them, but all of a sudden I've done all of the main God Wars Dungeon boss uniques, all these clue tasks that I've had hundreds of uniques, and all of a sudden I'm like almost done with all of the clue tasks on the spreadsheet. There's only 2 more clue tasks, 1 easy and 1 medium after this. It's like, I don't know how to describe it other than just this overarching sense of completion, and it feels so cool. Like, I know this series has been long, like, even for you guys watching, but especially for me, I mean, I'm nearing 275 days of gameplay, nearly 6,600 hours, and to finally be almost complete with the spreadsheet and able to move on to the next thing, it just feels so weird to me. Like, this has been 2.5, probably close to 3 years of my life, and all of a sudden it's all sort of coming to an end, and it feels pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Now, onto this task specifically, I have no idea sort of how often we're going to be getting new uniques. I don't have too many log slots left here in the medium clues, and a lot of them are elegant pieces, which are more rare, so I don't really know sort of how often we're going to be getting new ones. I don't really know how many clues to get, so I think for now, I'm just going to go until I'm hungry and I want to go and get food. We'll open up the caskets and see how it goes. And as it turns out, that number of caskets is 11. So let's go and open these so I can go and get some food. I am hoping for, honestly, just one new unique would be great. Well, that was easy. 1 new unique. Wow, okay, 9 caskets to go still. And another one. Okay, well, I'm already extremely happy. 3 out of 5, 5 caskets left. Okay, that was great. All right, I got 11 caskets this time. I figured that last opening, if we had 11 and got 2 new uniques, this could be enough. Although, to be quite honest, I think I got very lucky on the last one, and I'm kind of expecting 0 new uniques here, but let's just do it. If I get at least 1, I'm happy. Well, there's 1. Maybe this isn't going to be as bad as I thought. Maybe I'm being a bit of a doomer here, but 1 more unique, 8 caskets, definitely possible. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy. Well, the deal, 1 unique left, so I'm just going to start opening caskets as soon as I get them. I got 3 this inventory, so I feel like every time I say this, I get the unique, like, immediately, but cue the clue montage. Yeah, I feel like I called that one. Well, there we go. Perfect timing on the 3rd casket. 5 out of 5 uniques. Let's go. Well, that ended up being an extremely quick task, so let's go back over to the spreadsheet and get a new one, see what we're going to go do. Alright, well, you already know what it is. Back on the spreadsheet, complete the task. Got 2 clue tasks left, 1 easy and 1 medium, and let's roll a new one, see what we're going to go do. Get 1 unique piece of the Dagon'hai Robes. Okay, I'm actually really happy I rolled this first. Let me explain why. This is the last of 2 Dagon'hai Robe piece tasks. I actually ended up getting 2 Dagon'hai Robe tops with the Laren's keys I got from the first one, so I need either the hat or the robes, and I'm really happy to roll this one first. I do actually have a couple of other wilderness-related tasks left on the spreadsheet. Specifically, I believe I have 2 tasks left to get Revenant uniques, and I think I have 1 Wildy Boss task unique left. So, during my Wilderness Slayer, hopefully I'm going to be able to get some tasks where I can go and do those as well. Revenant tasks would be amazing for the increased drop rate, and Wildy Boss tasks would be nice so I could do them while on task for the extra damage and accuracy. Specifically, I would love to get some Spider tasks. Where is Venenatus and Spindle? The one thing I want is the Voidwaker gem. That is what I'm going to be going for when I get the Welding Boss unique task, if I don't get it already on this one. And if I do, that will complete my Voidwaker. I have the 2 other pieces. That's the only one I'm missing. So during this Dagon'hai Robe task, I really want to see Spider's task, and I really want to see Revenant's task. And then obviously anything that drops, or anything that has superiors, or that I can do in the Wilderness Slayer cave would be great as well. So let's just go and get started. So first things first, I went and canceled my Gargoyles task. Now that I don't have any more Grotesque Guardians uniques to get, I don't need that. And we are ready to start some Wilderness tasks. And before I forget, I need to extend Revenants. This is one of the reasons that I wanted to get some Slayer points, because I thought I already had this extended, but apparently I didn't. So we will extend those. And I think other than that, we should just be ready to go. And would you look at that? I stopped my recording, but literally my first task, I got a Revenant's task. So glad I extended those. No way! Oh my god, let's go. Honestly, it's kind of useless for me, and it's so much rarer than some of the things that would actually be useful, but I can't believe I actually called it. I literally said, I want to extend Revenants, get a Revenant's task, and get a Revenant's unique so I don't have to when I roll it, and I just sort of did it. I don't know how that happened. Oh my god, it's unbelievable. I just finished all of the Rev's unique tasks I had left on the spreadsheet in 1 Slayer task. I don't know what's going on. Unfortunately, that too is not super useful by itself. You need 4 of them to build the Wilderness Obelisk in your house, which I would love to do, but only having 1 right now doesn't really do anything for me, but I can't believe it. We're done with Revs. That was one of the ones that I really didn't want to do, because especially off task, they can be kind of slow, but I just got spooned, so I'll take it. I don't even know what to say. What a sick Revs task, and I got a few Laren's keys, and I was gonna just go to bed, but with how my luck is right now, I feel like I gotta go open them. I actually waited until it was already very late to start that Revs task, just because I didn't want to get bothered by peak airs, so it's now like 2 a.m., and I was gonna just go to bed, but like I said, my luck's been so good, and I figure now is the time where the wilderness is super dead, so I might as well just go and open them now. So this is the chest. You get the Laren's keys from doing Wilderness Slayer, and you come here to open it. And I believe there is a 1 in 256 chance per piece. So I have a 1 in 128 chance to get either of the two new Dagon'hai pieces that I need. Really, game, you couldn't have just given it to me. I was setting up a moment. Okay, hello and good morning to the gamers. We are back. I am hoping to continue my luck streak from yesterday, but for now, I'm just going to do a bunch of tasks, get some keys, and then I'll see you in a bit. By the way, a fun fact for you guys about Wilderness Moss Giant Slayer tasks. If you're ever going for mossy keys, like trying to get Bryophyta's essence or something, you can get a Wilderness Slayer task of Moss Giants, and then go and kill them not in the wilderness, and for some reason, it still gives you the increased drop rate. So I believe mossy keys are usually a 1 in 150 or something, but it goes down to like a 1 in 35 or I don't know. I don't know the exact numbers. I should have looked it up before recording this, but you get the increased drop rate and it doesn't count for your Slayer tasks, so you can just farm them infinitely. I really wish I knew that. Okay, I went and looked it up. Usually it's a 1 in 150 for a mossy key from a moss giant not in the wilderness. It goes down to a 1 in 60 if it's a moss giant killed in the wilderness. It goes to a 1 in 50 if it's a moss giant killed not in the wilderness but while on a Slayer task. And it goes to a 1 in 33.6 if you kill a moss giant in the wilderness while on a Slayer task. But you do still get the 1 in 50 chance because you are killing a moss giant technically while on a Slayer task, because you do have a wilderness Slayer task, but you don't get the 1 in 33 or whatever. But it still brings the drop rate down from a 1 in 150 to a 1 in 50 just for killing moss giants not in the wilderness. So, very useful. Although, while I have the wiki up, I did scroll down a little bit and see that it is a 1 in 533 chance to get a Laren's key for moss giants, which means that going forward, I'm probably going to skip this task because I didn't realize how low the odds were. The really unfortunate part about that is I misclicked and I accidentally clicked on the emotes tab instead of my seed pod, which is in the bottom right corner of my inventory. And I don't really care about dying. I mean, I lose a few things, but like whatever. What I really care about is I had a Laren's key and I lost it, so now I'm upset. I guess I did get a little bit overconfident. I am on a 2200 total world, so I just assumed I'd be fairly safe, but apparently, there's a team of 3 people killing people in the Wilderness Slayer Cave, which is going to be really annoying. I guess I am on at peak times right now, but I don't really have any other choice. I can't really go and do something else. This is the only thing I'm, like, allowed to do, quote-unquote, but, well. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of a break and go and get some food while I wait for the wilderness to die down a little bit, but I figured I might as well just go and open my keys. Who knows, we might already be done. I only got 4 of them, but let's just do it. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really expecting it, but oh well. Neato. That's actually the first time I've got a Trover Parchment drop, and I don't know if I'm actually going to use it for anything right now, but it is cool to have. Unfortunately, it is not a collection log slot, which I didn't realize. I don't know why I assumed it would be on the collection log somewhere, but I guess it's just like all the other wilderness tertiary drops, like the magic shortbow imbue scroll or the ring of well scroll. But yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. I got 2 of those if I ever want to use them. Funny enough, I have a weird opportunity here doing Wilderness Slayer to go through all of my Amulets of Glory. I have them all charged at a 6, And I don't really need that. The only reason I did that is because I was trying to go for an Amulet of Eternal Glory, and you actually need them to be uncharged to charge them again at the obelisk, and the only way to do it is by manually using charges. So what I'm actually doing is every time I'm going and getting a Slayer task, I'm intentionally using a new Amulet of Glory to get them all to 5 charges, because that's low enough. You only need 1 charge gone to charge them. So I'm actually just going through my stack of glories right now, and then eventually at some point I'll go and try and get the Eternal Glory again. Oh hey, another Revenant's task. Now I don't really need the uniques anymore, but I still do want the weapons, and they do drop Laren's keys, so cool, let's do it. I realized that I might as well use these Trover parchments. If you protect the item, it doesn't use the parchment. And even though I'm not risking my quiver, if I were to die and lose it, I would cry. So I'm just gonna protect it right now, just because why not? Easy. I did actually just get there from a trip, and the one reason I didn't want to die is because I didn't want to go through all my supplies, but it does feel good to live and not give him his 85k worth of loot. Okay, so I'm doing this at peak times right now, and there are so many PKers here. I literally had 3 trips in a row where I got here, potted up, killed 1 Revenant, maybe 2, and immediately a PKer logged in to try and kill me. Now, fortunately, I have not yet died to any of them, which is nice. But I decided to swap over to the Bofa so I can stand behind the 30 Wilderness line, and then I can just teleport away right when I see someone instead of having to run down here and hope they don't get a TB off on me. And turns out that the Bofa is just as good, if not better DPS than the Blowpipe anyway. So yeah, I'm really glad I thought of this. Alright, I got some more keys, 8 of them to be exact. I figured my next Slayer task was to kill Fire Giants, and the only place Fire Giants are in the Wilderness are in the Deep Wilderness dungeon anyway, which is up here, right where I had to go. So I figured I might as well go and open my keys, check, maybe we're already done, and if not, I'll just go over and do my Slayer task. So, here we go. 8 keys, let's do it. No, unfortunate. But I did remember that they actually made an update, so now when you loot a Laren's chest with an open looting bag, the loot goes right in there, which is convenient, although kind of less cool for the video, because you don't really see it in my inventory, but yeah. Well, originally my plan was to play for the rest of the day and then wrap it up so I can start my editing tomorrow, but there is so many PKers out there right now. I'm going to go and do my editing now, and then tomorrow I'm going to continue with the playing and try and finish this task. And if we don't finish it by tomorrow, we'll have to end the video, but for now, I'm just going to go and do some fishing and some editing. No, my Laren's key! Wait, I need that. Yes! He didn't take it. You guys have no idea how happy that made me. There's 1 Laren's key, but I'm so happy that I got it. You know, tasks like these really make me understand why RuneScape 3 went with an opt-in, opt-out system for PvP in the Wilderness. Because, I'm just trying to play the game, man. I'm an Iron Man. I can't even get anything out of PKing, and it just sucks to feel like prey that's just there to entertain the PKers in the Wilderness. I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting, but it's I just want to play the game, man. Also, not to mention, what I'm really upset about is I had just got a Laren's key before they came and attacked me, and unfortunately I wasn't recording, but -1 Laren's key. Sag. Unfortunately, my plan to try and wait until less populated times to do my Slayer hasn't really been working out, and progress has been very slow. So instead, I'm just going to go and open these 5 keys. I've just sort of run out of time, and I need to edit this part of the video. So I'm going to go and open these 5 keys. Maybe we're done, maybe we're not, but Either way, we're going to end the video right after this, and we'll continue this in the next one, and hopefully then I can make some more progress. Now, I would love to end the video actually getting the item, so let's see it game. 1 Dagon'hai Robe bottoms, please. Unfortunate. Well, unfortunately, we did not manage to finish the task, but that is going to have to do it for this video. I'm going to go right to editing, going to AFK some Karambons. I am 900k away from 99 fishing still, so this is my AFK activity of choice to try and get that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave it a like. Check if you're subscribed, maybe leave me a comment. Consider becoming a channel member, you know, all the YouTube things. And other than that, I'll see you in the next one. I want to give a big thank you to all of my channel members, but a special thank you to my Tier 3 Big Spoon channel members, Alchemist BTW, Jack Staumer, Zach Martin, Luxitaire, Tony Adkins, Dolph, Fading Shadow, Mondeep Bassi, Frank Chandler, and 3 Up 3 Down. And if you want to see your name here in the credits for the rest of the season, consider becoming a channel member. The lowest tier is only $2 a month, and it really helps me out. Thank you.